What's good? It's your girl Amani Caesar.
Smoke.
Boy, Dre, they forever, baby.
Brian Reeves, director of 70 times 7.
And it's your boy, Artist.
The girl Tasia's name. Girl named Masam.
It's Young Spook, one half of Back in Business Podcast.
Era, the Gap 2 Diva.
Big stuff.
Are you Milan? Here, Milan.
It's your girl, Flaming Gina.
This Auntie Pig.
Boy, Lou.
Ebony, aka Ebony with an I. I'm from the Big Head Radio Show, and I'm
With the King Teeth Network, huh?
We have been supported, and I thank y'all for that. Y'all are pushing us to boundaries we were not thinking about, and I thank you for that. We could not do it without y'all. Sweezy, we couldn't do without him, right? Man, but we got another amazing interview. And this one, I ain't gonna lie, I've been waiting on because she's fiery, she's wild, but she also got a great mind, a great head on her shoulders. I got Shego in the building. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay, so we got to get into this because I ain't even going to play around with you. How in the world did you get the name Shego? I want to know that part.
How do I put this? It was real simple, actually. Growing up, I was always the green character or the meaner girl character. Buttercup, Shego. I was like, I'm her. And I used to always say I was Shego when I used to love Kim Possible. It was my favorite show. I never said I was Kim Possible though. I never wanted to be Kim Possible.
Why? Anything is possible with a possible.
But Shego though.
Shego was fire
hard,
every
though.
time she came
Kim
out.
had to, like, that was her literal rival. Like,
True
it was like
that.
the red hair versus the black hair. Like, you feel me? She was just raw. Like, I just liked her green stuff shot out of her hands. Kim don't actually have powers.
Nope.
But
She's
Shego
very
does.
regular.
Shego does.
Right. Okay, so you got some superpowers too. My fault. But you've been in an actress and a model longer than a musician. So take us to where the modeling and and being an actress kind of began. Like where did the want to start?
To start music or to start just
Acting.
acting? It was always in me from a kid. Like, it was just natural. Like, I didn't know that that's what I was doing. You know what I mean? But, like, my mom said, she said I used to reenact Barney episodes. Like, I was that little reenacting shit.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing.
Before the TikToks.
Before TikTok, I would have been a viral-ass kid, I'm telling you. But, look, they didn't have that back then. But, like, me and my sister, I used to make her act out Barney. And then when I was 9 years old, my grandmother had me in the East Cleveland Theater.
Oh, okay.
And I played Ebony Scrooge.
Ooh.
And I was
Not
9.
Scrooge.
Yeah, I was Scrooge, but it was a girl version though.
Facts.
And I was her.
That's fire.
I played the main character, and I was only 9 years old, and like I just was naturally good at I could memorize lines.
Okay.
And when I'm acting, I really don't feel nervous on stage.
Really?
It's like no nervous to me. Like it's a high type of nervous, but not like a I don't want to do it type of nervous. I never felt that way.
So you started in theater, basically.
Yeah.
On stages, acting out the whole time.
Performing, yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. So film came later.
Yeah. So okay, take us to that because we're gonna get into the music and go back because they kind of like interchange after a while, right? They kind of.
I mean, you have to learn when you go to school for acting. You're learning essentially theater. You're not. I mean, it's the same thing.
Right.
It's
so
the base of.
You decided to go to school for acting, theater.
For theater, yeah.
Where?
Cleveland State University.
Shout out to Cleveland State. How was that experience for you?
It was great. You know, I learned a lot. I feel like, you know, when it comes to college, some people agree with it, some people disagree with it. But I will say, me personally, I got a lot out of it. Like, because I was specific about what type of class I took, things that interest me, and then theater itself obviously interests me. So my main classes was like mind blowing. Like they teach you some really weird, crazy shit in theater. It's not like going to school to be like a doctor. It's just different. It's art, and it's like acting is very intimate.
Yeah.
It can be awkward for people. You know, it's a close contact type of job or hobby, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, it can be hard for people, but for me, it was like a release. Like if I was going through something and I go to class that day, I really felt better afterwards.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So that was always a part of you then?
Yeah, always. As being a performer, playing other roles, being other characters, that's a part of me. Like,
Okay.
yeah, that's definitely a part of me.
So take us to your first acting film. Like the role, how did you get it? What was the experience
My first
like?
film, I gotta make sure I do this right.
Or series, because you were on Money Talks as well, right?
What's that? Money Talks?
believe.
By who?
Could be off. Could be off. I thought that was like in 2017.
No. I'm on, I think my first movie that I ever did film was Dog Eat Dog.
Okay.
It starred Nicolas Cage and Willem Dafoe. That's the dude who played Green Goblin on Spider-Man.
What?
And I signed up to be an extra on set. They were shooting in Cleveland. I was in school at the time. Said fuck class that day. I signed up to be an extra. You get paid $100 a day. Nothing crazy. You on set for 12, 14 hours.
The whole day you gotta be there?
All day.
Tough. That's good though.
A lot of times when you're an extra, you don't get seen.
Right.
So if you're not a finesser, like, and they don't like you, then you was there to experience it. But if you want to see yourself when you go see that movie, you got to be smooth. Like, you got to finesse your way into a scene. Yes.
Hey, hold on. Tell them that one.
You have to finesse your way into a scene. If you're going to get on the extra, if you're going to be an extra, you're going to hop on the set, and you like, I got bigger dreams than this background, you got to finesse your way into the scene.
Hey, you got to do
I've done it every single time I've been on a set.
So it works?
For me.
How do you start? Okay, I'm an extra. I'm walking in. Hey, how are you doing?
Well, first you start by being me. First you start by looking like this, you know.
For real, talk your shit.
On a serious note, though, you start by looking good.
Everybody.
You start by looking good. You have to look good because in the Hollywood world, if you not attractive, they not fucking with you. It's just what it is. Like, now, as a woman, to be tall, my height, 5'7", that's tall to them. That's not a good thing.
Wow.
Because a lot of the actors are very short. Like
5'8".
Willem Dafoe, he was 5'8", literally.
Yeah, literally.
So he was like my height. So that can play a role, but yeah, you gotta look good. And then you kind of just gotta be friends with everybody in the room because you don't know who you really talking to. You need to be friends with everybody that you meet till you walking in, because that might end up being the director. That might end up being, you know, a cameraman, a producer, a casting agent, a casting director. And because you were polite and you cared, they look salty. So you said, "What's wrong? Like, why you feel like you look like something wrong with you? You okay?" Just on some human to human shit. Then later on, they like, "She was cool as fuck when I met her. Put her in the scene."
Facts.
Yep. So it's all about it's networking, but it's deeper than that. Somebody, my good friend, I used to call him my uncle, Swoop. He told me this before I ever heard it in school. It's relationships.
Yes.
It's not just networking. It's like, do you really like that person? Do that person really like you? Y'all don't gotta necessarily be friends, but is everything cool with y'all? How's the energy? That energy good? Anything, you can get anything you want.
Man. So that was the first. So how was that set? What was that like?
So I played a stripper.
Well then.
I played a stripper. And I was 19 at the time. And
hold on, so you was an extra and then they
bumped me up.
They bumped you up.
Yeah.
How did that feel though? Like it was like, oh shit, I did something.
It was you know what I had just remembered too? It was my birthday.
Fire.
It was October 27th, 20.
Oh, your birthday coming up?
Oh yeah.
I might drop this on the birthday.
In this bitch, you already know Halloween.
I got a couple days to edit. We might
you
drop it on the
you
birthday.
Got about 2 weeks.
Come on, I got you.
That'll be hard.
That'd be
I
fire.
fuck with that.
Come on, let's talk about it.
So yeah, October 27th. It was October 27th. I think 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. And damn, I'm telling my age. Like no,
they ain't put it together yet. They ain't put that in. No, she was actually 17 and
I was 17 in 2017.
Right. Come on now.
So boom, it was my birthday. I skipped class. I was in.
We're not going to class on birthdays.
I was almost this close to failing, and she told me if I missed another class, and the only reason I was failing is because I kept missing class to be on sets, no cap, or do something like that. Like I gotta live my dream. School is school,
right.
But
they should understand that though. You in theater.
She told me I had to ask her. She said if you want to go on a movie set outside of school, you have to ask her permission.
I was like, Cage.
I said, fuck y'all permission. I said that to her. I said, but it was. She said, too bad. I told you don't miss class.
Wow.
Didn't care, but I still missed class though. So it is what it is. So it was my birthday, and I thought in that moment, I'm like, oh, I'm about to blow up.
Yeah.
No cap. I'm like, it's my birthday. This is the first time I ever been on a Hollywood set. Is Nicolas Cage in here? He talking to me like, hello, how you doing? He sounds just like that. Like, just like how you think he sounds, he sounds like that. Like, very chill.
Yeah.
He's talking to me, Green Goblin cool as fuck. Like,
he really?
Yes, that's a cool ass man right there. Like, shout out to him. And so I'm just like, yeah, like, this is the most high. This is the most high putting me in position to, like, go far. I'm gone. I'm gone after this.
After this is
And
over.
that's how I thought, and that's how I felt. No cap.
And then after that, okay, so you get off that set, that's finished. And we talked to a couple more actors and actresses, delayed gratification. You don't see that film for probably, what, 6 months? A year? A year.
Yeah.
So you're like, ooh,
More than
I'm in
likely
this
about a
movie,
year.
I'm in this movie, and it's like 6 months later, was she in a movie?
You forgot.
Oh,
You forgot. Everybody forgot.
everybody forget.
Until and when you're on set, you can't, like, record. So, like,
Right.
nobody really even knew except for the people I told outside of. But, yeah, you can't be on some, oh, I'm on Instagram, I'm on set, there go
Yep.
Nicolas Cage. Like, you
Yep.
can't do that.
No,
So
they
I
would
wasn't
kick you
able
off.
to even really talk about it until it came out.
Okay, so you kind of had to bite your tongue for a little bit. What were you doing? Because that's 2017. What were you doing in between there before that dropped? Did you get any more
I was living
roles?
a wild lifestyle.
What does that mean? You said that before, and I was gonna let it go, Sweezy. But what does that mean?
I was living a wild lifestyle, no cap. That's the first year I ever did LSD.
Oh my God.
So I mean, that's just one thing that can tell you how much of a wild lifestyle I was living.
And you wanted to just test these things out?
Not these things. I only did LSD, y'all, and shrooms. I ain't never did nothing
Shout
else.
out to shrooms. We love it here.
Yeah. LSD just the chemical version.
Facts. We've heard that part.
It's
but
true.
We don't know if it's facts
But don't do it. Don't do it.
It's too concentrated, people.
Yeah, it's like strong
It's
as shit.
focused.
Yeah, that stuff is woo.
So what type of trip did you go on?
I've been on about 15 trips.
Okay.
The first trip was like, it was Halloween.
Oh, God.
Birthday again. It was my
Again.
birthday again. Halloween, I was in Columbus. It was going. I seen a nigga in a Mario suit. And he like said,
That probably
"Woo!"
fucked you. That
And I
probably
was
fucked you
like,
up.
I'm like, nah, he ain't. And I told my dad that. He said he didn't do that. You was tripping.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, he did. I was not tripping. Like,
And it's
that nigga-
Halloween.
He said, woo! Like, I'll never forget that. I was rolling. It was crazy. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first trip was nice for sure.
So you went on 15 more, 14 more.
Yeah, I don't know. That was fried though. That was fried. Don't do that, kids. At home, don't do that. Like
What
not
made
15.
what made you slow down?
Well, they say if you do more than 10, technically you're insane.
Really?
If you do more than 10 tabs, they say that. But I met this white man who I had got some tabs from, and he was talking about he did 7 like at the same time a couple times. Like a couple times he does that. Like he take about 7 of them at once.
Oh wow. So he's probably fucked.
He was different though. Yeah, he was. Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't go that far. But I
All
think
right.
I just wanted a thrill, so I just was doing it. You know?
Was
Those were
this
hard
because-
times.
Okay, was it because it was something else going on?
Yeah,
like,
life was kind of fucked up.
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie.
Was there something you could talk about? Is there something like specific, like, well, that was fucking me up, and then I got over that, and kind of I was able to slow down everything that was fucking with me?
I think a lot of people can relate to it, even if I keep it in a general sense. The guy I was fucking with at the time, he was crazy. You feel me? So that can give you a negative impact as a woman, as far as your thinking. And then I was with my mom, and she was going through some things as well that had her. You know, she wasn't really playing the role of a mom. So I was just been taking care of
was in your
myself
music.
type vibe. Yeah. Like if you listen to my music, you can. If you come back to this video, you're gonna be like, oh, that's what she was talking about. For real. But yeah, so.
That's why we do interviews, people, to get out the other side, because you can't say it all in the music.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I was just like kind of like living a lifestyle where I could do whatever I wanted, and I didn't have a lot of guidance.
And that wasn't good for you, being that young?
I think
Too much freedom?
I could have had fun like that, but been a little safer. If I had some people in my corner that was safe. Like my dad and my mom like almost encouraged me to do that. So you see what kind of parents I'm dealing with? Yeah, like and my dad's black, my mom's white. So it's not like, you know, they just some 2 white folks are just crazy. No, like my dad's a whole black man. My mom's white, she Jewish, and they both was on some. They had did it together when they was 16.
Well then.
Yeah.
So they was just together.
And then they made me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
they
then.
did it, and I called both of them separate, like they're not together or nothing. And I was like, should I do this? Cause somebody trying to get me to do this, and I don't really trust it. They both was like, I mean, I did it, and so
Oh God.
my dad gonna say, don't chase the dragon, like as in it's gonna be
Do
the
it
best
once,
the first
so don't
time,
ever
but
do
it's
it.
never gonna feel like that again.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. That was good advice. I guess.
Solid, but I see where your mind's
Yeah,
at right now.
you see where I'm at?
It's like
I
I
was
hear
like,
you, but this is
why
like
would
my
my
homeboy saying some
parents-
shit like this.
Yeah,
You know,
like, why
like-
would my parents say go ahead?
Like the
I'm
OG
like, okay.
would say
All
that,
right, well,
not-
if y'all said it then.
They
About to
would-
get high.
All he said was don't chase the dragon.
About to get
As soon
high.
as I
so
seen the dragon, I'm gonna go the other
That's
way.
what I did. That's what I did.
Okay.
I did.
So then, okay, so modeling, I want to get to that a little bit. What was that like through this time? Because you were acting and modeling kind of at the same time.
Modeling is my least favorite.
Really?
Modeling is my least favorite. I did modeling because people said do modeling.
Right.
Do modeling. You need to model. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I'll do it then, I guess. And I did book some shit. I got some nice gigs off it, you know. And I made some headway in my career being a model. Like,
Okay,
just
so it
as-
helped.
It helped. It did help.
But
it's just not my,
it's
not
not
my
something
favorite.
you thrive off of.
I thrive off of any performance or work like that.
Okay.
So when I, like, say I worked at Route 21, say when I'm there 8 hours, you feel me? But I'm making $100 an hour, and I'm just posing in some cute clothes.
That's fire.
You know, like, why not?
Right.
Like, why not?
I would
like,
do this anyway.
we do this 8 hours. We do other work for 8 hours.
Yeah.
This is chill shit. Like, it made me feel famous. Like, you know,
Facts.
like, oh my God, it's really like, they like you, and they hype you up too the whole
Do they?
time. They telling you look good, smile. Oh my God, like they just be on your meat. So it's like when you're a model and you good at it, you know, it boosts your confidence and it gives you like a lot of self-love kind of, even though it's like surface level. But yeah, so I mean,
When did you start noticing? Did you know that immediately, or when did you
did
start
I know
noticing
what? I mean,
the surface level? Because you said it was like it's more like surface.
oh, I knew that immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about. It's nothing. It's not really deep.
Gotcha.
Not really deep unless you make it that way.
Yeah. And people do. They be trying to treat it like high school. Like they try to do everything like in little groups like that. Like they be all them problems, and like I feel like you just gotta keep yourself distance to keep it going.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think you do
Not
that
get
well.
too deep into it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Like you fuck with people, but it's like at the same time, I'm not finna be in this little circle with y'all doing this little circle.
Can't, cause I'ma say something about what y'all doing and I don't fuck with it.
Come
And that's,
on.
people get salty, but I'm like, I could be around, but if I don't agree with something or if I ain't fucking with it, then you
I ain't
gonna
fucking with it.
you gonna know.
Right.
And the people they don't want you around, so it's just better I stay in my little
Yeah.
area, you stay in your little, we cool.
And we good, and we can connect when we connect. All right, so
Absolutely.
to the music then. Is the music the number one?
Number one.
It's number one.
Number one.
It's the one that lets you be the most free.
Yeah.
So you start recording. You told us you started recording in 2017, but you don't drop till 2019. Now you drop the Reality or Fantasy project. How was that for you? Because that's the first one.
For me, I felt like really, I had like a lot, like lightweight, a lot of support. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of Big Hef.
Yeah, shout out to the
Of
Hef.
course, Big Hef.
Yeah.
He actually got my cover art made for me.
Wow. So
because-
you with like big dogs already.
Oh, I'm real cool with Big Hef. Like we cool. Like that's my
beautiful.
guy. And so he offered to get it made. I told him what I wanted and he got it done. And I was like excited. I felt like if somebody would do that, they believe that you're good at what you're doing, or they're not about to invest in you like that.
Yes.
And it was nothing, you know. I'm sure he had his guy do it, but still, it just meant something to me. He paid for that cover art. I felt like really good at first, but then I had some other big dogs, you might say, or some other top dogs tell me things like, you didn't do it right, or this could have been this, but you didn't do this first, or you moved the wrong way, you marketed it the wrong way. I mean, I had people telling me that, but I'm the type, I ask questions. I've asked people like, what do I need to do to get here or do this? And they give me, run around type of answers. Yeah.
Not the direct.
I'm like, why not? So to me, I must be a threat. That's how I'm looking at it. Why won't you tell me the keys or give me some a tip,
Real
a
game.
help, some game,
Real
yeah,
game.
like some real game. Like, why?
Not like, oh, you did this wrong.
And you know I'm good. You
Right,
know I'm good. So
right.
what? You know I'm great. You know I'm talented. So what is the problem? That's all it could be. That's all it could be. You know.
Okay. So then you go into your next project,
Mm-hmm.
and what was that title?
My next project was Planet Shego.
Planet Shego.
Planet Shego. That was a deep project too.
Now, why was that deep? And what was your favorite cut off that album?
So the reason why that project was deep, I dropped that in 2020. That was the year after I got shot at. I don't know if I said that. I got shot at.
That's when you almost died.
Yeah.
Well then.
Yeah.
That's a
So
scary
that was
day.
the year after I got shot at. And that album is a lot about that year before. Like I told you
like
earlier.
how it came about, basically.
Like how I felt about it. Like because 2019 I was healing from what happened in the beginning of that year.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it wasn't just like, you know, when stuff like that happens, obviously there's a huge backstory to it. It's stuff that trickles down.
Yeah.
It's other shit going on. Like it's not just that happened.
Yeah.
So after trying to heal, you know, kind of wilding out maybe some, you know, 2020, I was like, I need to put my feelings I need to write them. I need to get them out on some beats. And I need to really, you know, I wanted to talk some shit too. Some people I was pissed at, mad at. You know, and it was just some feelings I really want to get. And I wanted to try new things. I came with a rock song on there. I was trying to sing a little bit.
Yeah.
I can sing for real, but in that moment I wasn't confident. So it wasn't my best to me. But I have other people that tell me that's their favorite song.
Wow.
So, and that song is called, which one was that? That's called Voodoo. My favorite song off the tape, Planet Shego. Damn, I gotta think what song on it. I'm about to look now.
Look it up, look it up, look it up.
I'm about to look because that is a hard one to ask me my own favorite song.
I love
Nobody ever asked me that.
Come on now.
You know?
We a little
like,
bit,
you gotta
we
think
a little
about
here, you know?
Yeah,
we a little
that's
here.
like something you have to actually, like, I probably should have been prepared with that answer. But no, my favorite song off of here, Okay, the #1 fan favorite is Sunset.
Okay.
That's everybody's song.
So they should go check that out right now if
Check
they never
out
heard
Sunset
it.
on Planet Shego. I don't care, white, black, Mexican, Latino. I'm telling you, old, young, everybody that has ever listened to this tape tells me that they love that song.
Beautiful.
So check it out. But it's not my favorite. My favorite is, I think, either Hitman. Damn, I don't know. Because, like, for me, the favorite is, like, I'm thinking which one do I think is the best versus which one do I actually like the best.
Facts.
That's hard. I like Tinkerbell the best, actually, the #1.
Yeah,
on there.
#1 song?
Tinkerbell, yeah, that's the first song. That's my favorite song, Tinkerbell.
Okay, so you might as well keep it open because we got to go to the Prophet.
Oh, yes.
The
Ah,
2021.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, and you was talking your shit on there.
I was.
You was talking a lot of.
That was confident. That was me coming into my, like, I'm not scared to get on the mic now. I'm not worried about who think what in this bitch.
Yeah.
I'm about to just try anything. I never, you know,
You
you
did
got to
some
pay
rock
for
on
some.
there, yeah.
I did some rock on there. I'm talking shit at the end. I'm trying to tap into my Nicki, talk shit in the beginning and the end. How do I find that for me, though?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not Nicki. I'm Shego. So
Yeah.
I want to find that for me. I talk my shit in real life.
Right.
But when you hop behind that mic, it don't flow out as easy to me. I got to get you more used to it.
Okay.
But this tape was, I just feel like I healed so crazy
in 2020.
in 2020 and then into 2021. But then 2021 was crazy. But 2020, I healed so much. Like I said, that tape in 2020 wasn't about 2020.
Right.
So 2020, I took a lot of steps to heal. I was getting into crystals. I got necklaces. I was, you know, just really making sure I was praying a lot and making sure I had a real connection with the Most High and just looking up different ways to better myself and just finding ways to just become a better person and treat people better, to not let the things that happen in life make me get crazy or wild.
Right.
Because that's why I say I'm wild. But honestly, I've always been wild. I'm getting more like mature and grounded. But when things are fucked up, I'll just go be like, fuck it. That's the attitude I'll get, you know? So I healed a lot. I felt like I've always been a praying woman. I've always been spiritual. I used to be.
Where does that come from?
My mom has always prayed with me since I was a little kid. Like, as far as I can remember the Serenity Prayer. That's her thing. She never talked about Jesus. She never force no religion down my throat. She always talked about God, though. She always said it was a higher power. Always, always, always. And then when I met my father and that side of my family, they were Muslim and they was in Islam. And if you black in America, you more than likely gonna be the nation of Islam. So then I learned about black people and I learned about how we're connected to the spiritual world. And I got just way 10 times deeper into the spiritual world. I'm still not religious, but I'm spiritual, you know?
That's your thing.
So once I was getting into it all those years, but 2020, like I was by myself, I was alone. I was able to like sit and do that, you know, heal. That's where the prophet came from, that prophet. And, you know, I'm always talk my shit, but I feel like everybody in my life come to me for advice. Everybody in my life looks to me, I'm dependable, I'm reliable. People feel safe with me. So I just feel like that's the characteristics of a prophet. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
People love me everywhere I go. And I'm not a kiss ass. I'm not like super nice or like I'm just, you know, you can walk over me. They just gravitate towards my energy. That's a prophet.
Fact. So where are you going next with the music? Because it's 2022, we ain't got nothing.
Y'all ain't got nothing because y'all don't deserve shit from me. Not a damn thing.
No.
Not nothing.
No.
Shit.
Why? How do you feel this way? Hold on. We got to go to therapy real quick, family.
Let's go to therapy.
Why
Y'all don't deserve nothing from me because I do music for me.
Facts.
And if y'all like it, good.
That's
and
facts.
y'all gonna like it, and it's gonna be people that relate to it because I'm relatable. What I'm talking about, anybody went through. People go through shit. Everybody's going through shit.
Facts.
Trauma, the way you grew up, our mom, our dad. You know what I'm saying? You can relate. But I can't let what other people think or feel get to me. And I'm kind of like an extremist. I'm either one way or the other. So it's either I care what people think or I don't. So, you know, what it was is I needed some time for me, and I just couldn't. I've made little songs here or there this year, and last year too. But actually what happened last year with Prophet is I had these big plans for Prophet, videos. I had like the marketing shit. I had things ready for Prophet, like merch, videos, just a lot of shit, and nothing worked out. Really? It all just went down the toilet, down the drain, one way or the other, you know? And so it kind of, you know, that kind of knocked me down. You know what I'm saying? Knocked me down, knocked down my motivation, my drive. It wasn't even because I didn't get a good reaction. It's just because my plans didn't work out. And I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Like, I'm investing my money into this, my time into this. And that's why I have to not care what people think, because I'm spending my money to make a video. So, like, you know, like, people were like, oh, I need this many views, I need this many views. I hope to get a lot of views because that means a lot of people heard the song and saw the video. But I can't worry about that.
Nope. That's why we're going to keep dropping, Royal Family, because y'all going to pick it up and y'all going to catch on and y'all going to know what the fuck going on.
Yes.
And that's what we have to believe as creatives. We can't really too much worry about first week sales and who's seen it now. And then it's like, are you still working though? Because they'll find it. Especially if it was good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I found it. When I started doing my research on you, it's like, oh yeah, she got shit. Yeah. And it really was doing this thing. And she put her time into it. It looks like it. So that means it's timeless. Like it's gonna be there. And
the day I blow up, the day the world find out about me, all they gonna do is
run back.
You know, a good friend of mine, a good partner of mine, KV Elite, he told me, you know what I'm saying? He told me, all they gonna do is come back and run them numbers up from your old shit.
We waiting on the Sweezy, ain't we? Look, they got about 80 to get through right now. Come on now. But that's how it's supposed to be, man. You're supposed to put in the work. Yeah. You're supposed to put in the time. So can we expect anything in 2023?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There we go. I needed it.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
2023 is going to be a different animal.
Good. You back outside too?
I'm outside out this motherfucking country. I'm outside out of Cleveland. I'm outside out the States.
There you go.
I'm outside everywhere but here. You ain't gonna catch me. I'm outside. I'm in the universe. I'm outside in the globally, universally, wherever you can think, I'm outside. But I'm not outside at Rumor. Right. I'm not outside at the park. I'm not outside like that. Right. I'm not outside like that. You're not gonna catch me there. You're not gonna catch me kicking in on West 6. That's not what I mean. I'm outside trying to get life experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did that. And
And
that
you killed it.
that was good times.
Exactly.
Free.
Yeah.
Sections.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know?
Yeah.
I did that.
Now it's time to elevate.
Yeah.
That's it.
Elevation.
Yeah.
And elevation is constant.
I love it.
Constant.
That's facts.
Yeah.
So, last thing I really want to touch on is performances. How
My
do you
favorite thing to do.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I hit it.
Favorite thing.
Why is it your favorite?
I'm a performer. With the acting, with the modeling, I think that was performing.
Yeah.
Music is
But
so
music
fun.
is a little different though.
It is different. I've been in a couple talent shows in my life where I was sang. I didn't act. I've never done a skit at a talent show. I've always
Really?
sang. So even when I was acting before and I didn't know I wanted to do music or whatever, I've always sang. I sang at funerals for family members. I done sang at talent shows.
Yeah.
So to me, it is nerve-wracking to have to go sing. That's some scary shit. But I can do it. I can break through that barrier.
Yeah.
But when I'm rapping or whatever, that's like, I don't know. It's just too lit. It's just too easy.
Yeah.
It's just too
Oh, you
easy.
just
like,
be in your bag, huh?
yeah,
And
I
it's
just be
your
in my
shit
bag,
and
and I'm a planner. I'm an organized person. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna talk my shit and say what it is. I was, one of the first people in Cleveland, artists in Cleveland, to be, getting dancers and making sure I'm having dancers on my set and making sure I know the choreo. You feel me? I'm paying for a studio to learn this choreo like we own right now. Like we in Hollywood right now. Like I need y'all here every week for an hour. I got people making the dance up for me. You know what I mean? I put a lot of time into it because in my head, I went to the Travis Scott concert. What was it? What album was that? That last one.
What, Astroworld?
Astroworld. I went to that concert where he had a damn roller coaster on the ceiling and he rode that bitch across the queue.
Right.
Okay? I
Right.
went to St. Pablo with Kanye West and with a floating stage. I'm seeing Beyonce shit. I ain't never been there, I wish. But that's what I'm thinking for my shit.
Yeah.
I want some movie shit when I perform. We gonna do a skit and it's gonna be like my songs and everything is like a movie from the first song to the last one. Like, the ideas I have. So just like in my life right now and in the past when I perform, I try to do that as much as I can with the money I got, with the resources I got. You know, we can't go.
Make
We
it
gonna
work.
get on that scale one
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
and we're gonna manifest it
Yeah.
by thinking, oh, I'm already on that scale. But yeah, that's how it is. Like it's like a show. It's like a movie. It's like
I love it.
a play
I love it.
when I'm performing.
So, man, you've been talking your shit today. We thank
They
you
gonna
for
be mad.
being here. Before we get you out of here, because there has to be a part 2, because when you drop again, we got to see you again. But before we get out of here, we always do get it off your chest. So basically what that is to the people that ain't seen you in a minute, the people who've been wondering where you at, to the people who've been supporting you since 2017, and before that, to the people who about to be your new fans and the ones you about to catch on the wave now. Get it off your chest to say something to them real quick.
Hey y'all, I want to say this. I want to say, the world finna end, and y'all better turn y'all spirit to light. Y'all better start elevating. Money, fame, sex, drugs, whatever, all that shit ain't nothing compared to the power you can have if you sit there and you cultivate your energy and tap into your soul. So for the people that have been waiting, people that's about to be new and hopping onto my train that don't stop, know that I move on my time. I do what I do, but I love y'all because, you need that other to connect with. And I just want y'all to hold on to y'all fucking seats because my train